It's the Daily Dog.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Dog. Thanks for being with me today as we start a brand new week here on the channel. It is a Monday, and specifically, it is a holiday today. In America, it is Labor Day here, and it is our last real free Monday until Christmas. And so it is highly valued here in America. On this day, we pay tribute to the many contributions and achievements of workers. And so I was interested in enlisting the help of Helvering's army over on our Discord, asking for their favorite songs and suggestions about workers and laborers. And they brought many to the table. But the song that most caught my attention for today was Working Man by Rush. Now, we just finished listening to all of side one of Moving Pictures this past Friday, but y'all, I had to come back to Rush for this particular song on this Labor Day weekend, so I am glad that you are here. One of the main reasons why I wanted to listen to this one is because I have never listened to anything from this debut album by Rush. All of the songs that I've heard from Rush have been from their second album on. So I wanted to see what was up with this one. So let's dive in. The band was formed. I didn't realize this. They were formed all the way back in 1968. And they did not end up recording their debut album, until November of 1973, and it was released in March of 1974. At that time, the band consisted of Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson and John Rutsey. So John was the drummer for this particular album, but he retired soon afterward because his health would not allow him to embark on extended tours. So he was soon replaced by Neil Peart, who remained the band's drummer and primary lyricist for the entire rest of the life of the band. So this song, Working Man, it's the final track on the album, and it has over these many years become quite a favorite of Rush fans. They've included it in many of their live performances over the years. I also read that it is one of Geddy's favorite songs to play live. So let's dive in, y'all. We've got Geddy Lee on bass and lead vocals, Alex Lifeson on the guitar, and John Rutsey on the drums. Let's see what Working Man from Rush is all about. Here we go. Big time riff right off the bat. They're in E. Just a straight ahead rock and roll song. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Flat 6, flat 7, 1. That one's a D chord, flat 7. So that riff down and then back up, and then 6, 7, 1. Flat 7, 1. Flat 6, flat 7, 1. Major key, I think. Guess that's why they call me the Working Man. It's interesting. Just that riff that goes right between do and sol. And then flat 3 to 4, back to 1. I also read that this guitar solo included in here is one of the iconic solos of all time. pause this song for a little bass explosion. Okay, let's get it. We gotta pay homage to the working people. People that get out and get it done. You know? Just straight ahead, man. They're on that E chord, and they've got that flat 6 and they got that flat 7 around that riff. Sometimes he's using the major third of the key, and sometimes he's using the minor third in that riff. It's kind of bluesy, rock and roll inspired. Woo! That's minor 3 to 1. Cool. It's a song that you can put on and crank, right? And it just can wash over you, take away all of your frustrations, at least while you're listening to it. I wish the drums were a little higher in the mix. Right? So they go for that minor third as part of that riff. Woo! There's not a whole lot of lyrics here. It's just a couple of verses, and when they get back towards the end of the song here, I think they repeat verse 1. Okay, back into that halftime feel. Flat 6, flat 7. Recap of verse 1. Your life's dedicated more to the work that you have to do every day than to living your life with autonomy and doing the things that you want to do. You sacrifice those things for the sake of the work that you do. And when you're compensated properly for it, it's a sacrifice that people are willing to make because it brings meaning to our lives. This is what we do, right? To help out, to be us. We're all differently gifted, you know, we can do different things. And so putting in a hard day's work and coming in at the end of the day, if you've been treated fairly, this is just so cool. Hello. They were getting ready to finish. That would have been cool for another, 32 or 64 bars. some straight ahead rock and roll, but they are finished with that. Really cool, really cool. Like I was saying, y'all, you put in a hard day's work. It can make you proud, right? It really does. But if you're not treated well and you're not compensated properly and you feel like you're being taken advantage of, you can get jaded. And that can start to affect your work and your life and your personality and just everything. And so back in the day, especially, they were dealing with all of the abuses of labor in the rise of the Industrial Revolution back in the late 1800s. And the labor in this country specifically rose up and said, we call bullshit. We need to treat our workers better. And so we get this established federal holiday. And the work of labor unions continues. I am a proud member of a labor union. I have been a member of the AAUP here in America, which is an association, a labor union of university professors. And they represent our interests and look out for us. And that is laudable for sure. One thing about this particular tune that I read, there was a disc jockey in Cleveland named Donna Harper who would often play this song on the radio there in Cleveland, and it really resonated with the people of that city, which has a lot historically of blue collar workers and factory workers, and it very much helped to establish Rush and a fan following on the other side of Lake Erie. And off they go, and they have the storied career that we all know that they have. But back in the day, on the first album, it started, among other songs, with Working Man. And they were clued in and tied into this movement and this thinking all the way back at their inception. Wonderful song. I am glad to have included it here on the channel. It's been Rush on Friday and Rush on Monday. It's a Rush sandwich, and I am perfectly fine with one of those. Thanks, y'all, for hanging out with me today as we've been listening to Working Man by Rush. We'll see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.